Let's crack open the Marshall Brown Vault.
Slide set.
Nice head, Nick.
We're ready.
All right, action.
Is there sound? For the past few months, you've all taken 15 vocab tests off of 15 organized lists. And many of you have aced them all, thanks to Vocab Marathon. Now, for the final huge midterm vocab test, I decided to create a vocab marathon unlike any other. Today, I can tell you right now, big words just got bigger. For your final test, this is the big vocab marathon, a compilation of all required words on the tests, along with some of my favorites that I've done for the past few months. Start with the root words, get the easy stuff out of the way. Let's go back to one, I just skipped over one. First root word, phobo, meaning fear, meaning scared. You know that. Next word, morph, meaning shape, meaning different kinds of shapes like circles, triangles, squares. It's amazing, it's the greatest thing ever. Moving on. Hurt or has means to stick, and if you can't see what these things are right here, these are bumper stickers. So they stick on the back of the car. Now, bene means good or well. Picture speaks for itself. Moving on. D or div means God. And for those of you who are wondering why there's a flower here, I didn't want to offend anybody, religiously, so I just put that there. Okay, moving on. Soft means wise, meaning, the ultimate symbol of wise. The owl on the book. It's amazing, it's great, it's an owl in the book, it's the best picture ever. Temp means time. And you know I'm good at that. And if you're wondering what this is my new radio communication watch. So, yeah, moving on. Mono means one, meaning one bee on one flower, one stinger, one death, one life lost. But that never really happened. Besides, this is just a worker bee. Moving on. Pen, pun, to punish. You know what that is. You've seen that in the movie Transformers. It's the famous symbol. I think that's taken by symbolism. Mar, meaning seed, meaning every picture I posted right there on this thingy. Seriously, that looks like something that should be like in a movie or video game. Vigil, meaning to watch. This dude got his eye on you. Seriously, that's Dr. Who. Yes, that's right, that's Dr. Who. Moving on. Shiz means to split. And that is what's known as a bowler's gates of hell. Don't ever see that. Now moving on. Fud means to flee or escape. Now for those of you who don't know, a good example of this would be the classic video game Breakout, created by this dude named Steve Jobs. I mean, I don't know what he does today, but all I know is he made this game and it's cool. Now this root word means song, or sound. You know the correlation there, you know what it means. Miss Wojcik, tell me, what is this sound? Well, what was that?
My failed attempt at figuring out what it was. I have no idea.
Some people might think it's a spaceship, but it's actually the WGBH Boston logo sound.
Now I know.
Gamorgemi means marriage, meaning love, meaning relationships, meaning children. Bat means to strike or beat. Oh, wow, that's a cool looking dude. I wonder who could have hit that home run. Thank you. Ample means large, like this hog. That's what I call going hog wild. Moving on, this is our section known as vocab words. Okay, so the vocab words, very important for the test, required for everything. Let's get started, shall we? Necrophobia means an abnormal fear of death or of corpses, which is actually quite common today because of a lot of death you see in the media and everything. So for those of you who are necrophobic, you might want to keep your eyes covered for a few seconds. Okay, moving on. Variegate means deterrence of, especially by marking with different colors or streak. Now, I don't know who variegated this thing, but man, this dude's an artist. Ample means of large, or great size, amount, extent, or capacity, which is what you may see in big parking lots to outlet malls or stores. And oh my God, is that an empty space? Hurry and get it before some other dude gets it. Battlement means a rampart or fortification built around the top of a castle with regular gaps, for firing arrows or guns. Try to defend yourself there. An abattoir is a slaughterhouse, and I got to tell you right there, this right here is actually an abattoir found in Virginia. On the outside, it may look innocent, it may look like school or something like that, but on the inside, it's horrible. Horses turn into glue, and pigs turn into smoked bacon and ham, and paper, never mind. Moving on. A battalion is a large body of organized troops, as you can see here. These are, and they're coming together because of, they're about to be released from Iraq after the war ended. But in the battalion, a combatant is one who fights or engaging or being ready for combat, such as Naruto Uzumaki. Believe it. Benevolent meaning having a disposition to do good, possessing or manifesting love to humankind, such as one of the world's greatest benevolent superheroes in the world, Superman! More of a super, that's not a man. Pachyderm means any of various large, thick, or skinned hoofed animals and mammals, such as the elephant, rhinoceros, or hippopotamus. My favorite pachyderm happens to be good old tree trunks from Adventure Time. Incredulous means skeptical. Incredulous. Okay, I'll just move on if you want me to. Skeptical, disbelieving. That's incredulous. Let's just go on. I'm skeptical of that picture. It's Photoshop, am I right? Affinity means a natural attraction, liking, or feeling, or kinship, which is what the people at Squire by Fender did for their new line of guitars, the Alfinity series, right next to the Bullet series. First guitar I've ever had, actually electric. Infinitesimal means incredibly small, less than or any measurable quantity or value. You know what that means. Now, for those of you who can spot the infinitesimal object on this infinitesimal island, then you really don't have an infinitesimal quality of sight. Dissension means a disagreement or an opinion, usually of violent character, producing heated words, heated debates, or angry words, which is what you may see in this argument right here. It may not look like an argument, but it's more than that. It's like that abattoir. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Dissipate means to separate into parts, and to disappear, to waste away, to scatter, to disperse, to vanish, to go, to leave. This is exactly what the glaciers are doing. One time I was getting my mail, and there was this letter, and it said, "Help, we're melting, the glaciers." Al Gore was right. Now, disdain means a feeling of contempt and aversion, the regarding of anything as unworthy or beneath one. Denied! Extemporaneous meaning carried out or performed with little or no preparation. A good example of this is an improv show, where people can improv comedy, music, and a lot of things. Oh, and just to let you know, no, this little presentation I made here is not extemporaneous. That's the right way to pronounce it anyways. But besides that, I have taken great consideration in creating this final vocab marathon for all of you to study off of, and to to ace that test. Seriously, I've been working on this for 3 days, and I haven't slept in a while, and now I'm beginning to hallucinate. I'm hallucinating that Cody's losing his hair. Contemporary means belonging to the same period of time, or of being current or modern. Now, one of the most contemporary phones you can find on the T-Mobile market out there is going to have to be the Google Nexus S. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's the Google technology that you expect. It's Android. It's amazing. It's great. Vigilante means one who takes or advocates in the law enforcement and takes it into his own hands without the contempt of the police. And everybody knows that when a vigilante is, this looks like a job for... What'd you say? Yeah, that's what I thought you said. That's what a dog said to me once. Vigil means a watch kept during normal sleeping hours. Good example of this is what you would find in a security camera. And between you and me, people who run those things, they're kind of lazy. Vigilant means on alert and being watchful. I got my eye on you. Resonate means to evoke a feeling of shared emotion or belief. And you can find this in a funeral, which can be very sad, or very happy if you're talking about Saddam Hussein, or Osama or something. I don't know, maybe the whole stink bug colony of the world. Impervious means incapable of being affected or harmed. This right here is the ultimate example of what this word really means. Oh, hey Austin, have you ever seen a Koopa collect a star before? It's messed up. Just want to get that out of the way. Impious means lacking reverence, lacking due respect. That's what you find in spoiled brats like this boy. This boy. Compunction means of strong uneasiness caused by a sense of guilt, sting of consciousness, or a pang of doubt aroused by wrongdoing. And as you can see, this dude right here has got so much compunction. He knows he did it. Expunge means to erase, or to strike out, or to eliminate completely, which is what Cookie Monster is having a problem with. And just for those who can't read this, it says, delete cookies. It's a nightmare. Subterfuge means a trick or scheme used to get out of something unpleasant, which is what Bugs Bunny does all the time. Seriously. Penance means an act of self-punishment, performed voluntarily to show sorrow for a sin or other wrongdoing, which is actually seen in emo people a lot. It's becoming a bigger problem today. Punitive means inflicting or aiming to inflict punishment, or punishing. See the comparison here? Deity means a god or goddess. And I can tell you right now, if there's anything I'm aware of, there's a god and I'm not it. Just want to let you know. Convoluted means having numerous overlapping coils or bolts, being intricate or complicated. Ms. Wojcik once said that a Rubik's Cube is what's known as convoluted. But no, I think a huge roller coaster such as this is what's convoluted. And if you ever have the guts to ride one of these things, tell me. I want to know what it's like. I'll be riding the teacup ride. Voluble means marked by a ready flow of speech, fluent, turning easily on its axis or rotating. You may find this either on the earth as it rotates, or on the phone when someone talks. Now, to admonish means to warn or notify of a fault, and convey disapproval gently or kindly, but seriously. Now, what this means is that this is exactly what spell check does. When they get everything wrong by admonishing your words and making them look like something else. Now, monetary means instructing by way of caution or serving to warn. Now I'm going to do an act of monetary motion in a way, if you know what I mean. Watch this. Duck! Why didn't you duck? Come on. I was trying to save your life. Cacophony means loud, confusing, and disagreeable sounds. Now, you know there are many cacophonies out there, like the usual Lady Gaga or Kesha. But then there's other cacophonies, such as Justin Bieber and iJustine. And that's pretty much everything on my list, if you know what I mean. Xenophobic means having abnormal fear or hatred of the stranger form, which I believe is seen through many immigration officers. But I can tell you right now, if you're xenophobic, that's okay. But if you hate foreigners, like if you're afraid of foreigners, that's okay. If you hate foreigners, you might want to get that fixed. Monolithic means massive, solid, uniform. And this is exactly what can be seen in one of America's greatest superheroes that are built, right next to Superman. I'm talking about Iron Man. Anthropomorphic means suggesting human characteristics for animals and inanimate things, or being human-like. A good example of this would be one of my most favorite anthropomorphic characters in storybooks, in movies, in cartoons. I'm talking about good old Piglet.
I love Piglet.
Who wouldn't love him?
He draws him on his
It's awfully hard to be brave here. This is the thing. Dyspeptic means irritable as if suffering from indigestion, which speaks for itself. Those are all the vocab words you need to know. And now it's time to move on to the extra words. Now by extra words, these are words that are also included on the list, but doesn't have to do with any of the root words. But these are words you do need to know for the test. So don't think of them as just extra things. Now jovial means merry, joyous, jolly, mirth, it's fine, hilarious. That's what you get when you watch Vocab Marathon. Lethargic means deficient in alertness or activity. Being morbidly drowsy, dull, heavy, which is what the person in the middle has. Well, as a sort of. To tease or to torment, or presenting something undesirable but desirable, but continuously frustrating the expectations by keeping it out of reach. That's what's known as tantalizing. Bullies use this tactic every day when they take someone's lunch and the kid says, give it back, Brick. Man, I'm going to go on to the next word. This means being or seeming to be everywhere at the same time, or being omnipresent. Going back to Naruto again, you can see he's using his Shadow Clone Jutsu to be ubiquitous. Now, I can tell you right now, this next picture that I'm going to show you, it's going to make you go, aww. Lugubrious means, I told you, I called that. Lugubrious means mournful, dismal, or gloomy. Man, this kitty must have been having night terrors or something. I'm sure this is going to give you night terrors too. Ignorant means a stupid or ignorant person. I don't make them, I just call them. Yeah, you caught it. Now, recalcitrant means it's marked by stubborn resistance and the defiance of authority. Many feelings of recalcitrancy can be found in donkeys and of small children and siblings, which is very annoying, like that orange on YouTube. Stygian means gloomy, dark, infernal, hellish, or relating to the River of Styx. Now, I told you on one of the most recent Vocab Marathons that Super Mario Bros. 3 has this adjective of its quality. And it's because of World 8 right here. See, it looks like hell. There's fire, there's the River of Styx, and it kind of looks like a heart. Wait, a heart around hell. It's time to move on to list 16. These are the words that I wanted to include because you should know this, despite the fact that not many of them will be on the test. Root word is sen, meaning old, meaning really old, meaning, getting old of age. Senile means relating to or exhibiting the memory of loss of mental impairment associated with aging. Remember that, hence the word. Senescent means growing old or aging. That's the scary horror version of anamorphosis. Right there, you know what I mean. Micro means small, like this small panda. On those of you who are wondering, it's not real. Oh, I told you. Micro means a minute life form in a microorganism, especially a bacterium that causes disease. Watch out for these by washing your hands and staying healthy. Microsm means a small representative system having an analogies to a larger system in constitution or configuration or development. Architects always use models to use this, noun of the word. A model with architects is a microsm. Microscopic means too small to be seen by the... What's going on? Hold on, I got this. Oh, we seem to be having technical difficulties. I can fix this. Uh-oh. Oh man, looks like we have encountered a problem. Who else can describe this word none other than vocab marathon favorite Barb, the stingray of divination.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Hello! You of all people should know who I am. I am Bob, the stingray of divination. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. You're working right off back. And I've got a lot of things on my list. I want to do it. First off, in the future, there will be a winter concert. A great winter concert that all of you should attend. And this winter concert will feature a very special symphonic band that, of course, Marshall Brown is in as the representative.
The concert tonight.
I'm sure in the future there will be someone who will come along that you must eat. Representative dinner.
He's talking about Jimmy McMillan.
That's Jimmy McMillan.
Yeah, he said that.
Finally, I divinate that the Ravens are totally gonna pop. They're gonna win. They won last night or two on Sunday. Now they're gonna pound y'all and whatever. Done.
Thank you, Barb.
Of course you know that I will be right. For I am Bob, the stingray of divination.
Barb, the stingray of divination, everybody. Polygamy means the condition or practice of having more than one spouse at a time, which is represented by this little now serving thingy, which Miss Wojcik laughed at when I made one of my first vocab cards for her. Sanguine means cheerfully confident, optimistic, passionate, or the color of blood red. Uh-oh, there's one. Looks like one of Barb's divinations came true. Sophomoric means exhibiting great maturity and lack of judgment. Hey, many people say this is found in sophomores, but you know, for those who say that, guess what? We're coming for you. We're here. We're there. We're everywhere! Look at them all. Yep, thank you. Good use of it. Thank you, Trevor. Good use of words. Amorphous means lacking definite form, being shapeless, which can be found in one of another vocab marathon's big favorites. That monkey! Still doing better than Britney Spears. Okay, here's our last word. Our last word. This is stentorian, meaning extremely loud. And to give you an example of this word, I'm sure I'm going to hear some stentorian word, I'm going to hear some stentorian laughs out of you when I'm serious. I am serious. I am serious when I say that stentorian laughs will come about when I show you what's going to end our presentation, ending vocab marathon, giving you the final word for you to review. This is it. Feast your eyes on this.
Oh, listen, you made it into it.
Not exactly the stentorian laughs I've been expecting. Come on. Amp it up. Now, study these words. They will be on your test. I know you'll ace the test. Thank you all for watching. That's the marathon.